You know what I remember? I remember sitting in the real estate office and buying our house after you called me a wimp. Yeah. I remember a lot from before that, like Friday nights with friends at home, packing lunches and a love we never second-guessed. Strong, stubborn, and blessed. I remember when we worked side by side, hands in the dirt, plans in our minds. I remember when the one created, the other followed, feeding off each other, no words. I remember making things, building our house like it was our language. I remember the sound of a voice calling me back to reality when I drifted, looking back. Oh yeah, looking back is what I do. Looking forward don't shine the same light, not like it used to. Not where a train trip was special and became a memory etched in time. Whatever comes now is like looking back. Yeah, looking back. I love that we created not just things, but a way to live. I love that we knew when to push and when to forgive. I love that the silence wasn't awkward, it was peace. I love the way you'd roll your eyes at me, still with love, never with least. I love that we were the team, you made it feel like we couldn't lose. I love the fact that nothing between us ever felt of abuse. Looking back, oh yeah, looking back is what I do. Looking forward don't shine the same light, not like it used to. Not where a train trip was special and became a memory etched in time. Whatever comes now is like looking back. Yeah, looking back. I wish I still dove in without the pause or plan, just a hammer in hand and trust in the man. I wish the morning didn't come with a list of what I can't do, and the night didn't end with wondering what still feels true. I wish I laughed the way I used to, with breathless surprise. And I wish what's ahead had the weight of the days gone by. Looking back, oh yeah, looking back is what I do. Looking forward don't shine the same light, not like it used to. Not where a train trip was special and became a memory etched in time. Whatever comes now is like looking back. Yeah, looking back. I remember, I love, I wish for all of it. Oh yeah, looking back. It stood empty on the hill alone, free and proud, with an old oak tree against a sky without a cloud. I see a picket fence wrapped all around with care, and a porch that had to once whisper memories there. Why is it empty? Where did they go? Should be an inspiration. Why is it empty? Does anyone know? The old mahogany doors seemed barely worn by time, and a few broken boarded windows was a crime. But ragged curtains hung where the sun would dance, souls would warm with every twinkle, every glance. Was it empty? Where did they go? Should be an inspiration by. Why is it empty? Does anyone know? Behind the house I see a pond. Maybe it was a tarn, and sitting beside it, a rust-stained red roof barn. Fruit trees and gardens, bearing anything that you please, supporting wooden swings, creaking peacefully in the breeze. Why is it empty? Where did they go? Should be an inspiration by. Why is it empty? Does anyone know? Every nail holds a story, every beam holds a sigh, every dream that was woven, every memory gone by, all the laughter and the crying, all the family in that place. Was there pain? Was there disgrace? Yet in the stillness, a memory hums, whispering softly what it becomes. Why is it empty? Where did they go? Should be an inspiration by. Why is it empty? Does anyone know? 'Cause it's when the walls lose their meaning, no more laughter, love, or dreaming. It's just the appearance that is deceiving, and no more generations left believing. Now it stands alone, countenance gleaming, not the same at all. When the walls have no meaning, we built our house so the walls would have meaning. Yes, our family, our home, with its countenance gleaming. Our garden story. 17 years ago we built our home. The yard was wild, weeds left to roam. We moved the earth with hands worn thin, and laid the canvas, stone and skin. Two ponds with falls, the sound of peace. Stone-walled gardens, 26 at least. Patios 8 with Caroline, each one born of her design. She started slow,
with roots run deep, the kind of blooms that learn to keep.
Hosta, hibiscus, creeping Jenny, Ajuga, sedum, lamium, plenty. Tulips, daffodils, crocus, bold. Snowdrops dancing in springtime cold.
Allium, hyacinth standing high, black-eyed Susan catching the sky.
Daylily, peony, daisy bright. Bee balm and a still bee light.
The robins came to drink and play. Chipmunks darted through the day. On rocks beneath the waterfall, they bathed and chirped a nature's call.
Each spring we weed, prepare the beds. Lilacs crown the pond stone heads. An apple tree behind it all, still standing proud and growing tall.
The palette grew with every year. New names, new blooms, new friends drew near.
Bleeding heart, lupine, yarrow, delphinium, columbine to follow. Iris, hachara, brunnera, shy. Lungwort creeping, soft and sly. Solomon, seal and grasses blue. Switchgrass tall with morning dew. The years rolled on, the blooms grew bold. Less work now as we both grew old. We dreamt of where new beds could go, or how to shift what we now know. Our friends and kin would gather here among the blooms that drew them near.
Their footsteps lingered in gentle grace as blossoms smiled to fill each space.
Now stories bloom where roots once lay. Art and earth in bright display. Nature danced where her hands had gone, and through her gift the garden shone.
Longwort Solomon's seal in line, blue fescue, switchgrass swaying fine. Petunia, marigold, impatience flare. Geranium spilling everywhere. Zinnia, begonia, snapdragon stand. Alyssum carpets the garden land. Lobelia trails, cosmos float high. Salvia and coleus catch the eye.
She saw a canvas, blank and wide, and painted gardens with fierce pride. Every bloom and stone was placed with patient hands and endless grace. Nature followed where she led, a masterpiece of green and red. This place, this peace, this quiet bloom is her creation, her living room.
I can't imagine what it's like, a home without a dog. Their love they share so free. But there I was after all these years, with a new wife and her family. She never once had a dog. Our first Christmas together at a party with friends, my buddy driving up quite late. In the back of the pickup for her, a black lab puppy in a doggy crate. Now she has a dog. It doesn't matter the breed, you gotta have one, that's all I can say. One that follows you room to room every day, who knows when you're sad, even when you pretend, who's never too busy and always your friend. It's muddy paws and hair on your jeans, nose prints on windows and backyard scenes. It's love without words, no matter how long. You have to have one to know you belong. We took him home and settled in, expecting whining that would keep us up all night. But what we got was a quiet pup, a sign everything was alright. Hanging out with cats filled most of his day, but when the doorknob rattled he came our way. Now as the years passed and age set in, he got quite ill and neared his end. The hardest part is saying goodbye, with tears in your throat and a look in their eye. You swear it's the last, can't go through it again, but the ache doesn't leave, it just settles in. So you open your heart, though it's tender and sore, and somehow there's room to love one more. It's not moving on, it's healing slow. You have to have one to really know. Now into our home she came, after quivering all the way here. Shivers, a little yellow lab pup, soon settled in without fear. You know it won't last forever, you take what you can get. 11 years of happiness and memories you'll never forget. Doesn't matter the breed, you gotta have one, that's all I can say. One that follows you room to room every day, who knows when you're sad, even when you pretend, who's never too busy and always your friend. It's muddy paws and hair on your jeans, nose prints on windows and backyard scenes. It's love without words, no matter how long. You have to have one to know you belong. Since we are getting older, we thought shivers would be our last, but the emptiness of the home put that silly thought in the past. Hello, radar.
We were sitting in the lunchroom, 2004, working side by side a year, maybe more. She had that 50s look I liked way back when. Smart, soft laugh, I felt something then. She says 3 marriages, that's a lot, ain't it? And I just sat there, couldn't even explain it. All 3 were real, no big crash or flame. Just time, just change, no one to blame. She knew my ways, every damn one. My blunt talk, my habits, how I come undone. Knew I ain't fake, and I ain't got shame. Took me as I was and loved me just the same. Didn't plan to fall, neither of us did. She had a man, 2 girls, baseball with the kids. I wasn't looking, said I'd live alone. But that question she asked, it hit the bone. I am who I am, I don't play a part. What they saw at the start still lives in my heart. They knew from the jump, they just hoped I'd shift. But I stayed me, and that's the rift. I don't change to fit, I don't lie to stay. I'm the same man in love as I am every day. When we made love, yeah, that night was a turn. Something deeper lit, something started to burn. It wasn't just heat, it was knowing real deep that once we crossed that line, it was hers to keep. I'd been loyal always, never played outside. No cheating, no drama, no secrets to hide. She knew all that and still chose me, because the truth was clear and the love came free. Oh, I am who I am, I don't play a part. What they saw at the start still lives in my heart. They knew from the jump, they just hoped I'd shift. But I stayed me, and that's the rift. I don't change to fit, I don't lie to stay. I'm the same man in love as I am every day. They say a man picks his woman 'cause she treats him right, doesn't try to fix him, doesn't pick a fight. But a woman, she might love the man whole, but still wish she could edit his soul. And when that as good as it gets starts asking for more, it's not what don't bend, don't bluff. If that ain't enough, then I ain't enough. But I won't become someone I never was. Even when love gives a worthy cause, I don't change to stay. Don't twist to please. I'm the man they loved. I just stayed me. It's been my fault, always looking in people's eyes, their mouths too. Not just staring, I was searching. Didn't know for what, just knew I had to. Guess that's where love lives, right between the look and the lips. They said I was smart, like the kind of smart that sees things, not book stuff, life stuff. Notice the stories behind the stare, and the words behind the smile. I didn't need the facts, I saw the feelings. Eyes that talk, lips that know, and where love goes. No disguise, no fake hello. If the eyes don't shine, I let it go. 'Cause love don't lie and love don't shout. It looks you in the face and figures you out. Mama's eyes, cold, dry. Her tears were like her words there, but hollow. Never saw her love my father, not in her eyes, not in her smile. But my father, man, his love sat quiet in his glance. Didn't speak it much, but you could see it. I see it clear. Eyes that talk, lips that know, where the truth hides and where love goes. No disguise, no fake hello. If the eyes don't shine, I let it go. 'Cause love don't lie and love don't shout. It looks you in the face and figures you. Blind eyes, man, blind eyes tell the most. No masks, no pose, just raw, honest emotion. See fear in 'em, see joy too. They don't pretend, they reveal. Makes me wonder who's really blind. Couldn't fall in love with a body or a voice, not unless the eyes walked me to the lips that worked. The smile had to mean it, and the look had to say it. Everything else didn't matter. Eyes that talk, lips that know, and where love goes. You can't fake fire with a practice glow. You either feel it or you don't. So I wait for that spark, for that soul to show in the eyes that talk and the lips that
I speak soul, and I listen with my eyes.